Good morning. So again, get comfy on your backs and we will get started. Happy Friday. I missed you guys. I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. So just get nice and comfy on your back, and I want you to really think about your breath. So I want you to breathe out longer than you're breathing in. So if you want to count to 4 as you breathe in and count to 5 or 6 as you breathe out, or you could count to 5 as you breathe in and count to 6 or 7 as you breathe out, but make your exhales longer as you lie here and just settle into your practice today and breathe. And just enjoy this moment of rest and relaxation. So we're thinking today about our yoga practice, and a lot of us try to get our poses perfect. Sometimes we beat ourselves up if they don't look what we consider to be right. Okay, so today is just a wonderful reminder that it's not about perfection, it's about progress in our practice. Okay, it's not about judging ourselves or others, and certainly we know God is not judging us. It's about just appreciating what we can do, appreciating the progress that we make. I know I hear from you guys often about the progress you're making in your practice, but it's not about perfection. And we know that the only person that's ever walked this earth that was perfect was Jesus. So we don't even try for that. We just do what feels good for us. We do what feels right, and we just leave all the rest behind. So with that, take in a few more breaths. Again, making your exhale longer than your inhale, just experiencing that wonderful stress relief as you breathe out. All right, let's go ahead and start to stretch. So take your arms overhead. A really lovely long stretch of your spine. Point your toes, reaching all the way back. As we exhale, we're going to bring in just the right knee. Interlace your fingers at your lower leg. Squeeze that right knee into your body. And let's do that again, taking that big stretch all the way back, pointing both toes, so both legs out. Get that long stretch. Exhale, let's do the other side. Left knee comes in towards your body. Interlace your fingers at your lower leg and squeeze that left leg in. Release, take that big stretch all the way back. Oh, sorry guys. And exhale and bring both your knees into your chest. Sorry about that, everybody. So knees are in your chest. Let's take the arms out to the side and gently rock and roll out your lower spine. So to the left and to the right. Just slowly rolling out your lower spine, tuning out any distractions. Sorry about that. Third time. Thank you guys for your grace. We'll take a few more here. Breathing. Bring it back into center. Take your right foot or ankle to your left leg. You're going to interlace your fingers behind your left leg and draw that left leg in, flexing both of your feet. You can use your right elbow to send your right leg away if you'd like to. So we're going to take a couple of breaths here. Really think about hugging that left leg in towards your body. And then you're going to either stay here or, as an option, interlace your fingers at your lower left leg. So that's going to go a little deeper into that stretch. Okay, so at your shin, your left shin, just again hugging that leg in. It's an option. You don't need to take it. You can keep your hands behind the leg at the crux of the knee if you want. So whichever one you want to take here, we'll take a couple more breaths. Great job, you guys. It's funny how the dog barking doesn't even faze us anymore, does it? We're so used to it at this point. I hope. Let's switch sides. Bring your knees back into your chest and go to the other side, taking your left foot or ankle to your right leg, interlacing your fingers behind your right leg, flexing both of your feet. You can take your left elbow and send your left leg away.
Hey Jesus, won't you come and dress me in your thoughts?
So if you want to, here we go again, if you want to take those fingers interlaced at your lower leg, at your shin, a little deeper into that stretch, but you don't have to. You can stay right where you are. So either way. Both feet still flexed. You're keeping your neck really long. You're breathing. And we'll take a couple more breaths wherever you are. Just working into that left side, working into that left hip.
Beautiful Jesus, my glorious friend, the one who never
And release. Go ahead and bring both feet to the mat. Keep your knees bent. We're going to do our back stroke. So we're going to reach back with the right arm and then switch. Reach back with that left arm, right arm forward and switch. And keep switching here, working into your shoulders, taking that lovely back stroke. So warming those shoulders up. Using your breath. Nice job. Let's take a few more here. Make it nice and graceful, floating those arms back and forward. Last one. Nice job, you guys. Let's go into our bridge pose. So we're lined up for bridge. You might want to bring your feet in a little closer to your hips. When you're ready, checking just to make sure everything is in alignment, we're going to lift those hips up high. Lifting your chest towards your chin. Really think about that arch in your back. Create that nice arch, pressing your hips up. Pressing your chin up, puffing your chest up towards your chin. So let's breathe back again. Both arms this time. Breathe in as you reach back. And then exhale your arms back to your sides. And we'll gently lower down our spine. So we're going to go with control here. Very gradually, a little bit at a time. Uncurling the bottom of your spine all the way down to your tailbone. And then drawing your knees into your chest once you get there. Bring that nice squeeze into your chest. Let's go back to our bridge pose. Line up for bridge. Lift your hips high. So good for your hips. It's also good for pelvic health. Good for lots of things. We love bridge. It's good for your spine. If you want to take your fingers interlaced under your hips here, drawing your shoulder blades together, you can do that. It's an option. Lifting your chest even more here. So stay with your breath. Really lifting. Really, again, just envision that lovely arch in your back, in your spine. Take in one more breath. And we'll exhale and gently release. Slowly coming down to the mat, taking those shoulders out, releasing if you have your hands clasped. And then when you're down, we're going to bring those knees back into the chest, squeeze them in nice and tight. Bringing your feet back to the mat. So this time we're just going to take a little mini bridge, pressing the hips up, and then lower down halfway. We'll do that 3 more times. So root into your feet, press your hips up, lower down halfway. 2 more times, really strong lift. That's your inhale. Lower with your exhale. And last time, lift with your inhale. And this time we'll lower all the way down, bringing your spine gradually to the mat. Once that tailbone is down, once again, we're going to bring our knees into our chest for a nice little counter pose on that tailbone, bringing that tailbone up and curl. Great job, you guys. Let's go into reclined butterfly. Take the soles of your feet together and your knees wide, letting your knees really just gently fall towards the ground as you get that nice inner groin muscle stretch here. Hands on your belly. Breathing into your belly. We'll take 3 or 4 deep breaths. One more deep breath. Let it go. Wonderful. Let's bring the knees together. And knees come into the chest one more time here. We're going to rock and roll forward and back with your hands behind your knees. Rolling out your spine. Let's go 3 or 4 times, or however many feels good for you, and then we'll come on up. All right. So we're going to cross our legs, or if you want to, come into a half lotus. Taking one leg up. Maybe you're really ambitious today and you want to bring both legs up, that's fine. I'm going to just go for a half lotus. We're going into our chest opener, so lean back. Walk your hands back, lift your chest, lift your gaze, focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together and widening the area between your shoulders and the front side of your body, opening up that chest. Take a couple breaths here. Breathing into your chest. We're breathing into that belly. This is just chest. All right, super nice job. So from here, we're going to go into a twist. We're going to bring that left arm around to the right knee. Okay, if you want to bring your back arm up more, that's fine, or maybe keep it right where it is. Look over your back shoulder, going into a lovely twist here, drawing the belly in, keeping both your shoulders dropped. All right, super nice job. Let's go back into that chest opener. Take your left arm back, and then we're going to sweep the right arm over to that left knee. Looking over your back shoulder in your twist. Keeping your shoulders dropped. Breathing softly. That was a good down dog that Ira just did. You guys missed it. I think it was just outside of the frame of the camera. That's too bad. Okay. So in your twist here, we're going to gently release. Come back into your chest opener. We're going to switch legs. So if you're in your half lotus, take the opposite leg on top. If you're with your crossed legs, just stay where you are. So in our chest opener again, we'll take a couple breaths. Again, really lifting your heart space. And then going to that twist again. So right hand over to the left knee. Let's look over to that left shoulder. Lovely twist here. Stay with that breath, light breath. And we'll release and we'll go the other way. Left hand to right knee. Time to twist again. Good job. Lots of great twists today. So good for that spine and keeping your spine supple. Great job, you guys. Release your left hand back to where it was, and then we're going to come into center. We're going to come into crossed legs and reach forward. So now going for a nice counter pose, walking your fingers forward, keeping your hips down, looking down and getting that lovely stretch into your back. Let's take a few breaths here. Really feel that breath in your back as you breathe into your rib cage. Feel that expansion. And then let it go. One more breath here. Let's walk it over to the side. Nice long stretch down the side. If you want to take your left hand over your right hand here, maybe interlace your fingers for a little more, you can do that. Keep your hips intact. Take one more breath. Feel that breath as you breathe into the side of your body. Feel the rib cage expand on the side. Let's go the other way. Nice long stretch. Again, maybe you want to take that right hand over the left. Maybe interlace your fingers to see what feels good here. And take a couple of breaths. Again, see if you can feel that breath inside of your body in that rib cage. Super job. Bring it back into center. One more big breath in center. And walk it back up to a nice vertical spine. Let's go for our butterfly, our diamond-shaped legs. So taking your legs a nice big diamond shape. Bring your body down. Soles of the feet are together. You can use your forearms to press into your lower legs if you want to. We'll take a few breaths here. One more breath. Great job, everybody. Remember, the pose doesn't have to look perfect. It has to feel right for you. Awesome job. Come on up. We're going to take our hands behind our back in prayer. So prayer hands behind your back. So take your right hand back there. Take your left hand. Press your palms together. If this doesn't work for you, you can grab your forearms. Okay, this works also. Or maybe you're going to take your wrists. Okay, but what I want you to do is open up the front side of your shoulders. Open those shoulders up. You're going to pull them back as you take those hands or wrists or arms together. Okay, so we'll take 3 or 4 breaths here with our prayer hands at our back. Maybe close your eyes and just notice what you feel in your shoulders as you open those up. Super job. One more breath. All right, very nice. Let's bring those arms in front. Make a big fist with your hands. We're going to do our nice little figure 8s. Okay, working on your hands and wrists. Let's make those figure 8s bigger and bigger. Nice big figure 8. So now we're working more into those shoulders, arms. See how it feels. And we'll take one more big figure 8, and then we're going to gently reverse. So we'll go the opposite way, big figure 8. Starting there. And then we'll make those figure 8s smaller and smaller until you're making some nice little figure 8s. Super job. Let's take a couple more. And then we'll come into center and release those hands. You can shake them out. Shake out your arms if you want to, and find your way to your tabletop. All right, let's find tabletop, wrists are below shoulders. Send your hips out to the right and look to the left and stay there. Really press those hips out. Looking over your left shoulder. I love this song. It says there could never be a more beautiful you. So I want you to really soak that up today. Come center and let's go the other way. So press your hips out to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Just stay there. See what you feel in those hips. Great job. Bring it into center and then just let your hips sway side to side. Let your head just relax in the middle. Let your neck relax. We'll take a couple more. And bring it back into center. Find your puppy pose. So reach your arms forward, hips in the air, over your knees, head on the mat. Let's take a big breath in puppy pose. Let it go. Find your way to your tabletop. Find your cat. Exhale, round your back. Inhale to your cow, belly down, head up. And then back into your tabletop. We're going to go back into puppy pose. Reach it out. Hips are high. Big breath in with your head on the mat. Let it go. Let's do it again. Come back to tabletop. Exhale, round for cat. Drop your head. Send your belly button up. Inhale to cow. Belly comes down. Tilt your pelvis out. Back to your tabletop. Puppy pose. Head on the mat. Take a big breath. Let it go. Let's come back into our tabletop. We're going to go into our cat and cow one more time. So make it strong. Find your cat. Find your cow. Tabletop, puppy pose. Head on the mat. Take a breath. And then this time we're going to go into down dog. We're going to add a down dog because this is all puppy animal poses, right? So let's add in a down dog. So we've got one more animal pose there. So come on into your down dog. Lift your hips high. Press your hips back. Those heels are reaching for the ground. Doesn't matter if they touch the ground. And you just want to press your hips back and see how close you can get them to the ground and get that nice stretch into the back of your legs. And then gently walk out your dog. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Gently walk it out. Use your breath. Let's take our legs wide. Bring your heels high. Stretch out your feet. Body shifts forward. We're going to bring our heels down to the right as we press our hips to the right. And then we'll come back into center. Heels high. Body shifts forward. Stretching out your feet. Heels come to the left. Press your hips to the left. Let's come back into center. We're going to do that one more time. Hips and heels go to the right. Press it out. Bring it back into center. Hips and heels go to the left. Bring it back into center. Great job, you guys. Heels come down. Push your hips back. Walk your feet in. And gently walk your feet forward to your hands. Bring your hands to your lower legs. Look up halfway and inhale. Exhale and fold in. Bring yourself up halfway again. This time bring your hands to your waist. Come all the way up, so come to a vertical spine. Breathe up, inhale. And then sit down in your chair pose with your exhale. Sit into your heels. So we're in a strong chair pose here. We're going to drop the arms down to shoulder level. Bring the right arm back. Look into your right thumb that's pointing up towards the sky. And then we're going to helicopter around the other way. Left arm comes back. Thumbs up. Look back. Sweep that left arm forward, so back into chair pose. We're going to rise up nice and strong. Interlace your fingers, press your palms up towards the sky, and take a back bend here. And just let those arms fall back as you gently push your hips forward, bringing your gaze up. We'll come back into center. Release your hands. Drop it back down to your chair pose. So come back to chair. Sweep the arms back, interlace your fingers. We're going to our shoulder stretch. So lengthen your legs and take the arms over in your shoulder stretch. If you want to keep your knees bent here, that's okay too. Okay, but just focusing on those shoulders, drawing the arms over, looking back at whatever is behind you. We're going to release and come back up to chair pose. Nice and strong, and then sweep the hands to the mat, lengthen your legs, walk back into your downward facing dog. You can walk it out here, and then we're going to go into a nice strong plank. So find your plank, shoulders over your wrists, push your heels back, engage the muscles in your legs. We're going to drop now your right knee to the mat. Lift it, drop your left knee to the mat. Lift it back to your downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Let's do it again. Walk it forward. Come to your hands. Bring your hands to your lower legs. Look up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, do it again. Come up with a flat back, but this time we're going to bring our hands to our waist. Come all the way up to a vertical position. Take those arms high, interlace your fingers, press your palms up towards the sky, and then lean it back for your back bend. Always feels nice. Just gently think about pushing your hips forward, always staying with that breath. And then we'll bring it back into center. Release your hands and come into that chair pose. So just sit it straight down to chair. Awesome job. Let's sweep it back. Interlace your fingers, go for your shoulder stretch. And again, you can lengthen your legs or maybe keep your legs bent. It's up to you. Focus on your shoulders, look back behind you. Make sure you're breathing. And then we're going to bring the body up. We're going to come back into our chair pose, finding your chair. And then sweeping the hands down to the mat. We'll walk the legs back for your downward facing dog. Awesome job, you guys. Remember, however it looks for you is perfect for you. Find your way into your plank pose. Remember, you can always drop your knees here, which means you're ahead of us because we're going to drop our knees one at a time. Okay, so if you've got your knees up, take one knee down, press it back up, and then take the other knee down, press it back up. Let's go back into our downward facing dog. Step it out, take a breath. You guys are doing great. All right, let's push into your left leg. Take your right leg nice and high. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Flex that right foot. Maybe even try to kick yourself with that right foot. Really bringing that right knee high, pressing the ground away. Okay, we'll make little circles with your right knee. And reverse. And then bring that knee down, take your knee to your nose, exhale, hold it here. We're going to bring that right foot now all the way forward to your right hand, flip out your back foot, come up for warrior one. So here we are in that nice strong warrior one. Great job, you guys. Just take a moment here to enjoy your pose. And again, however it looks is great. Okay, no self-judgment. We're going to go into a standing L. So standing L is like standing splits. You're just not lifting your left leg as high. Your left toes are pointed down. Okay, so you're in your standing L. Or you could go for standing splits if you want to lift that left leg more towards the sky. So you have an option here. You don't have to take it, but if you want to go for taking your left foot in your right hand, it might be a little challenging, so no worries if you don't want to do it. Okay, or so you're in your standing L, or maybe you've got that left foot in your hand. You're going to take one more breath. And then we're going to bring both hands to the mat. We're going to plant that left foot back to warrior one position and rise up strong for warrior one. Pressing into that back foot. Let's come down in airplane, body down, arms out. Sweep your hands back, interlace your fingers. Send the crown of the head forward as you pull your shoulders away from your ears. Release your hands out to airplane, come back to warrior one. Hands come to the mat. Right leg comes back, downward facing dog. Take your flow, your vinyasa, or if you want to take a child's pose, that's always available. Move through with your breath. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Awesome job, you guys. And again, child's pose is always available. Take your left leg high if you want to move forward. Bend your left knee, stack your hips, flex your left foot. Again, maybe try to kick yourself with that left foot. Press the ground away. Stay strong here. We'll make a few little circles with your left knee. And we'll gently reverse. And then we'll bring that knee to nose. Exhale, round your back. Hold in here. Crunch it in. And then bring your left foot forward to your left hand. Flip out your back foot. Here we are, warrior one. Love the warrior one. Press into that back foot, sink into your pose. All right, so we're going to push off of the back foot. We're going to bring the hands to the mat. So again, either standing L or standing split. You've got a choice there. Your other choice also is to take your right foot in your left hand. Quad stretch. If it's available, and if it's not, no worries. Just stay in your standing L or your standing splits. It's always good to have options, right? We're all head down so nobody can see you anyway. Do whichever one you like. We'll take another breath here. And then we'll release. We'll find our way back into our warrior one. So coming up strong to that warrior one position. And then floating your body down, arms out in airplane. Sweeping the arms back, interlacing your fingers. Crown of the head shooting forward as the shoulders go in the opposite direction. Stretching out your neck, your shoulders. Let's release back into airplane. We'll come back into our warrior one position. And then hands to the mat. Left leg is back. Downward facing dog. Maybe you want to take a flow. Maybe you want to go straight into your child's pose. Really make it your own. Why we say make it your practice. So everyone should be in child's pose now. Just resting, taking a break. letting your head rest on the mat. Noticing your breath. And if you want to, some people like to just shift their hips side to side in your child's pose. Just feels good on those hips, your low back. You can try that. You don't need to do it. Take a breath here. 3 or 4 breaths, really good restorative breaths. Feel free to grab some water if you need some water. It's a scorcher out there today, so always a good idea to hydrate. Romans 8, verse 1 says, there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. The law of the Spirit of life has set you free in Christ Jesus from the law of sin and death. So we know that from a spiritual level, Jesus does not condemn us because he took all of our punishment on the cross. We know that. But even just in our daily lives, in our yoga practice, there's no condemnation. We don't need to condemn ourselves, certainly during our yoga practice. We don't need to judge ourselves. We just need to do what feels best for us. So we want to think about progress and not perfection today. So we'll take a few more breaths in child's pose.
So beautiful.
You guys are so beautiful to me. Huh, that was good timing, huh?
You are so beautiful. To me, can't you see?
Let's find our way to our upward facing dog, lengthening up.
Everything I
Get a little movement here, side to side.
You're everything I need.
Bring it back into center and find your way to your downward dog. Lift your hips, press them back.
So beautiful.
Push into your left foot, take your right leg nice and high. We're gonna go to warrior 1 again. Your right foot forward, flip out your back foot.
So beautiful.
So we're gonna go from our warrior 1 to our warrior 2. So do you remember how we do that? We walk the foot over. Okay, just walk that front foot over until it's in line with your back foot. And then drop your arms down. Okay, go this way. So from warrior 1 to warrior 2. Easy. Now we're going to reverse, taking it back for your reverse warrior. Coming back into your warrior 2. We're going to cartwheel hands to the mat. Right leg comes back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and take your vinyasa, however you like to take it. Coming back into your downward facing dog. All right, so here we go. Left leg comes high. We're going to go straight into that warrior 1. Left foot forward, flipping out your back foot, coming up strong, sinking into your pose. So again, this just reminds us of the placement of our feet and our hips. We're going to go from warrior 1 to warrior 2. So just toe heel your way over so that your front heel and your back arch are lined up. Drop those arms, your hips open up to the side. You're in warrior 2. It's kind of just a good reminder of our placement. Tuck those arms. And reverse your warrior. Reach back. Right hand reaches down that back leg. Let that right shoulder drop down. And then we go back into our warrior two. Cartwheel hands to the mat.
King of this
Left leg back, downward facing dog. Here we go. Last time. Let's find that plank. Lower down, elbows pointed back. Untuck your toes, cobra or up dog. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. All right, child's pose. Beautiful job, everybody.
You are beautiful, Jesus. You are
Head is resting. Just using that restorative breath. Let's walk our hands over to the left, really reaching out. And again, maybe you want to take your right hand over the left hand, or maybe interlace your fingers.
You are the love of my life. I live for only
And then we're going to slide it over, walk it over to the other side. Same thing, reach it out. Maybe that left hand over your right hand. Maybe you interlace fingers.
You are beautiful, and Jesus, you are beautiful.
Walk it back into center. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to move forward and up into our upward facing dog. So we're going to go from upward facing dog into our child's pose. So when you're ready, take your knees wide, toes together, pull your hips back, head to the mat, take a breath. We'll do that again. Move forward, just really feel that lovely stretch in the front side of your body and your hip flexors as you lengthen it up. And then toes together, hips come back for your child's pose. Take a breath. So one more time, upward facing dog. Just getting that lovely stretch into your spine, both ways. These are really nice counter poses to each other. Really good for your spine. So we'll go from our upward facing dog to our child's pose. Rolling those hips back. Let's take a breath. And then coming all the way forward onto our belly, we'll do some more lovely spine strengtheners. Let's go for our locust pose. So we did lotus earlier, half lotus. This is locust. So we're going to take the arms to the sides, legs are together, toes are together. When you're ready, bring everything you can off the mat. Okay, bring that chest up. You can always interlace your fingers if you want to and pull your shoulders away from your ears, opening up your chest more. Just take the back bend here that works best for you. Make sure you're breathing. Take one more breath. See if you can come up maybe just a tiny bit more with that breath in. And then release with your exhale. Side of your face to your mat, arms to your sides, and just relax. Let all of that go. Enjoying your breath. All right, let's bring our chin to the mat. So we're going to do that again. So when you're ready, bring everything together and bring everything off the mat. Come on up. So maybe you just stay here reaching for your heels. Maybe you go for the hand clasp, really working more into your shoulders. Notice where you're looking. That affects your neck here, so make sure that works for you. See if you can maybe bring things up a tiny bit more. We'll breathe in. And we'll exhale and release. Everything, let's go. Other side of your face to your mat. Relax. Take a few more breaths here in your relaxed position, just allowing that spine to fully release. One more breath. Bring your chin back to center. Gently press up. Come into a down dog, or you can just come into your tabletop. We're gonna go into our pigeon pose. So bring your right knee over to your right hand. Okay, work your left toes back. Okay, try to get those hips squared off. And you can always tuck a pillow or a block under your right hip, just to kind of lift that hip, support that hip so that your hips are squared off. We're gonna fold over. And just make sure your head's on your hands or on your mat. Noticing the angle of that right leg. You can always change it if you need to, if you want more or if you want less of a stretch into that right hip. Notice your left toes. Make sure the left foot, the top of the left foot is on the ground. Okay, you want that left leg as straight as possible. And just let your head and your neck relax here. And again, they're either resting on your mat or on your hands or on something. It could be a pillow also. We'll take 4 or 5 more breaths in our pigeon pose. Gently press up. We're going to switch sides. So tuck your left toes, bring your right leg back, and we'll go into pigeon on that other side, bringing your left knee outside of your left hip. Again, finding that angle that works on that left leg. Right toes are reaching back, so just take a little time to get into it. You don't have to get into it right away. Just see what feels appropriate. You do you, right? Pigeon pose is very individual. Very individual. Okay, so just whenever you're ready, fold over. Head is supported. Breath is nice and easy here. See what you feel. Again, you can play with that left leg. You can adjust, take it more out, more in. And we'll take 5 or so more breaths here. So just really try to release in this pose. Try to release into that hip while you breathe. Last breath here. All right, let's gently press up to swing that right leg around and come into your butterfly legs. Feels really good after your pigeon pose. So soles of the feet together. Come on down, looking down, maybe using your elbows to press into your legs. Another couple of breaths here in butterfly pose. All right, super nice. Grab your strap or towel. Find your way to your back. Take that strap or towel to your right foot. And send that right foot high. Pulling really tight. Sending the heel up and drawing your toes down. So I want you to do whatever feels good here. Maybe you just want to stay still with that leg straight up, foot pressing into your strap, or maybe you want to get some movement, maybe forward and back. Just see what feels best for you. We'll take 1 or 2 more breaths. Everything is back into center. Strap or towel comes into the right hand, right leg falls open to the right side, left side stays down. So just be mindful of it. Do whatever works to keep that left side down. Resting foot into the strap or towel. And breathing. Take 1 more breath here. Awesome job, ladies. Way to go today. I'll give you a big pat on the back if I could. Great job getting to your mat. I always say getting there is the hardest part. The rest should always all be good. Let's go to our twist. Lift that leg. Strap or towel in the opposite hand. Pressing that leg out. Pressing that foot out. Looking to your right hand. Seeing what you feel. Great opportunity to rub out that right side if you want to. It's entirely up to you. I'll take another breath or so here. We'll bring it back into center. We'll switch legs. Right leg floats down. Left foot has that strap or towel on it. So again, just lengthening that leg up, pushing the heel up, drawing the toes down. And again, feel free to either stay here or maybe a little movement. Working into hamstrings. Be mindful of your breath. All right, so wherever you are, take a couple more breaths. Bring it center, and left leg falls open. Bring your hip opener. Be mindful of your right side stays down. Keep pressing your foot into your strap or towel. We'll take a few more breaths here. Great, beautiful job, everybody. Let's go ahead and go to our twist. So bring that left leg up and all the way over. Strap in your right hand, lift left. Using your breath. Maybe using that left hand to rub out your left side. That's really up to you. We'll take another breath or so here in your twist. And then we'll bring it on back into center. Bring your right leg high. And bring both feet. Now we're on your strap. Legs are wide. Draw the legs towards you. Holding onto the ends of your towel or your strap. Sending your heels up. Drawing your toes down. Okay, working into both legs now. Hamstrings, calf muscles. Just observe what's going on here in the back of the legs. Take another breath or so here. And then bring your legs together. Take your towel off. Drop your knees into your chest with your exhale and gently rock and roll out your lower spine. Going into your happy baby whenever you are ready. So if you usually take the outside of your feet, take the inside today of your feet. Dropping the knees down and gently moving side to side. Eyes are shut down. Turning up the corners of your mouth in a big smile. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are enough. Let's take a few more really beautiful happy baby movements here. And then we'll bring it back into center. Drop your knees to your chest. Exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Stretch back. Point your toes. Make a big fist with our hands. Stretching out your spine. Really lengthening everything that you can. Knees come in. Hands behind your knees. Knees to your head and head to your knees. Do one more time. Big breath, big stretch, all the way back. Take any expression you might want with your hands. You can take prayer hands or steeple or a big fist. Stretch from your hands, from your fingertips, all the way down to your toes. Everything in between. Release. Knees come in, hands behind your knees, knees to your head and head to your knees. Gently release. Walk those legs out. Take them wide. Let them fall open. Arms at your sides, palms facing up. Getting super, super relaxed. We're going to take in one more big breath. We're going to let that breath go with a big exhale. Feeling the relaxation. Overcoming your body. Feeling the toes and the feet relaxing. Feeling the heels surrendering into the ground. Feeling your lower legs and your knees and your upper legs relaxing. Feeling your calf muscles and your hamstrings just melting into the ground. Just releasing all those muscles in your legs that you worked so well today. This is their time to just relax. Let that feeling spread up into your hips and your pelvis and your glute muscles. Allowing all of it to relax. Up into your lower back, your lumbar spine and your mid-spine, thoracic portion, and then up into the top of your back. It goes all the way up to your neck. Just feel those different areas and allow them to relax. Just let your back surrender into the ground. Feel your belly, feel your chest, feel your breath moving in and out. Allowing your body to relax, fully relax, fully letting go. Take it up to your collarbones, to your shoulders, just allowing all of that to release. And then from the top of your arms down to your wrists, allow your arms to rest and relax as you feel your upper arms and your forearms sinking into the ground. Noticing now your hands and your fingers and your fingertips. Letting those hands just melt into the ground. Letting those fingers and fingertips fully relax. Just bring the attention all the way back up to your neck. Maybe you want to swallow. Just to recognize your neck, and then allow the neck and your jaw to relax. Just let that jaw surrender. Release the muscles in your jaw, and your mouth, and your tongue. And now releasing your facial muscles all around your face. Cheeks, eyes, forehead. Let every bit of you go. This is your time to relax and release. And just let your body soak up all the good things that you just did for it. So now focusing on your head and allowing the entire head to relax. Just feeling your head surrendering into the ground. And coming back to your breath. Beautiful and soft. That life-giving oxygen. We're going to stay here for a moment, enjoying breathing, letting our body soak up all that goodness. And just thinking about Romans 8:1, where God said, "I will not condemn you. It's all been taken at the cross." So as we move through our practice, I just want you guys to remember every day that we practice, no self-judgment. We're not trying to attain perfection. That's not the goal. The goal is just the progress in our practice, the breathing, the stretching, enjoying the poses. That's what it's about. So let's take a moment here just to think about that, reflect on that while we breathe and rest. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's gently bring back some movement, whatever kind you like, in your hands, your fingers, your head, your neck, anything that feels good. And then roll over to your side. And come on up when you're ready. All right, beautiful job, everybody. Way to go. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Dearest Heavenly Father God, we're so thankful for all that you do for us, Lord God. We just love you so much, and we're just so thankful for the way that your word is so clear that we are not judged, that you took all that at the cross. So we don't need to judge ourselves or others, and we definitely don't need to judge ourselves as we move through our Christ-centered yoga practice. So thank you for this great reminder. Thank you for these beautiful women. I pray this time together has just really blessed them and restored them and refreshed and renewed them. And I pray that you watch over them and keep them healthy and safe, as well as their families. And God, we just love you. We do thank you for all that you did for us on the cross. We give you all the honor, all the praise, and all the glory. It's in your holy and very precious name that we pray. Amen and amen. Thanks, you guys. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a beautiful weekend. And I hope to see you on Monday.